All right. Shalom, shalom. We're the real Hebrew Israelites coming day in and day out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America. First off and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kadash. Double honors to thee, all the apostles of great millstone, salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. Just another quick lesson, really dealing with the demon of procrastination, putting stuff off to the next day, or I'll read this day, I'll do a video this day, which sometimes, don't get me wrong, you can't force the spirit, don't force the course of water. But sometimes you have to draw it out, like the scriptures say, because you don't want to get into that spirit of being lazy and putting shit off, because it's just going to get worse and worse. So bad, that you don't even realize you're doing it. All right. Every week you look up, damn, I gotta hurry up and do my videos. Gotta hurry up, it's because you putting things on the back burner, which in general, what you're supposed to do is put Yahweh Shem Shai first. And you know what? Sometimes, the world gets in the way sometimes, and that's a balance you have to fight. All right, Yahweh Shem Shai is priority. At the same time I'm saying this to you, I'm literally looking in the mirror, literally telling myself this, man. All right, because this message goes for, not only the brothers that's watching it, but me first and foremost, man. Because you have to be your biggest critic. All right, make sure you put yourself under the microscope. But let me hop into these scriptures, man. This is Sirach 5 and 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security, thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. All right? So don't put it off day to day, man. All right? Especially like if you knew you coming in this truth. Hey, get it. Hey, like the scriptures say, seek the Lord while he may be found, man. While he may be near, man. All right? Because this truth ain't going to be out here all the way, always. We ain't going to have the internet always, man. Hey, you see what they doing with YouTube? We getting ready to go back to daily motion. But even that's not going to last forever. I watch those videos later. No. Do the things you're supposed to do when the Spirit tells you. Just like, me and the brother with Tazawine. Sometimes the Spirit would give us a title. And we'd be like, all right, we'll come back to it. And then we fucking forget the title. And then we'll be pissed off. No, listen to the Spirit when the Spirit tells you to do something. Even if you, one thing me and the brother do, we send each other text messages of titles. So, we don't forget. So all we have to do is look at our text message history. And once we got the title, the scriptures are just going to come regardless, because it's already in the Spirit. But the thing is, hey, don't put it off, man. Don't put nothing spiritual off, man. All right? There's a balance in that. Like I said, yeah, you don't force the course. But there's a balance in everything that we do spiritual. All right? Matter of fact, hey, like I said, it says make no tarrying, right? Check this out. This is I believe it's Isaiah. Isaiah 55 and 6. Seek ye Yahweh while he may be found, and call upon him while he is near. Now Yahweh Shai is already knocking at the door, man. So you got to let him in so he can sup with you. All right. It says what? While he may be found, man. So get this knowledge, wisdom, understanding while you can. Get Yahweh by Hashem Shai while you can. Do the work for Yahweh by Hashem Shai while you can. Don't put it off day to day, because the Lord will come get you when you least think about it. Because when you read that Sirach, it says, basically, trust not in the things that you have, in thy security. Okay, I'm straight. The Lord blessing me. All right, let me go ahead, do this, and I'll come back to the Lord. No, it should be the other way around, man. Do what you got to do for the Lord first, man. Okay? If that procrastination demon, it be heavy. That's why, hey, one thing Murph says, man, Jeremiah, basically he say, Hey, when you were a young man, when you come fresh in this truth, you ain't got no kids. You probably ain't, probably ain't got no job. You probably still with your parents. But since you don't have all these responsibilities right now, get this wisdom. Get this truth. Because it gets a lot harder when you have a wife, you have kids, you got to work 1 or 2 jobs. You got to do other things, to provide for your family and shit like that. All that takes away from the Lord. There's a balance because we do have to go out and work. We do have to provide for our families. We do have to do certain things, but it comes with a balance. Don't get entangled with the affairs of the world because that will take you away from the Lord. You tarrying and putting them off day to day, that's really you putting off the Lord. You push them away. All right, I'll deal with it later. I'll deal with it later. No. Those things ought not be so, man. All right, matter of fact, check this out. And that includes reading, studying, praying, fasting. All right? Check this out. Oh, wrong word. This is 1 Timothy 4. I'm gonna start it up. Matter of fact, let me start at 11. This is 1 Timothy 4:11. These things command and teach. All right? Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example for the believers in word, in conversation, all right, the way you conduct yourself, in charity, in spirit, in faith, and in purity. All right? So we're supposed to be a living example for the believers. No matter if we're young or old, we have to be that example. So what do we have to do? Verse 13, till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation. We got to build the brothers up through the Spirit, to doctrine. How do you do that? You got to read. You got to study. You got to be watching your videos. You got to be getting into the Hebrew, getting into that Greek, getting into that Latin. All right? You have to do these things. All right? It says, neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy with the laying of the hands of the presbytery, which are the elders, the body of the elders. Meditate upon these things and give thyself wholly unto them. What's these things that you give yourself wholly unto? Holy, and we're talking about Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. What things must you do? It says what? Give attendance to reading, exhortation, doctrine. All right? Be an example in word, conversation, and charity and spirit, so on and so forth. All right? It says meditate upon these things. All right? So think upon these spiritual things. Give thyself wholly unto them, that thy profiting may appear to all. All right? Which goes back to verse 12. All right? Let no man despise thy youth. Be example for to the believers. All right? Because guess what? You do all these things that's said and commanded, your profiting is going to appear to all. You're going to see, damn, this brother's getting wiser. Right? The more wiser you become, the more humble you become. All right? Damn, this brother's very humble. Damn, this brother's getting into that Hebrew. He's getting into that Greek. It's seen. All right? All right, the fruit of this doctrine, the laboring that we do, we see the fruits. We see it prospering. We're seeing it make us grow. All right? Take heed to thyself and to the doctrine. Continue in them. All right? For in doing this, thou shalt save thyself and them that hear thee. So these are things that must be done in our everyday Hebrew Israelite lives, man. Meditate upon the Lord. Whether you reading, whether you watching videos, or whether you just in prayer or deep conversation with Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. These things must be a daily matter. That's why you have the elder that literally has a page called the Daily Edification. You have Elder Apostle Ramlai. He does a live stream for like a whole hour. Daily. These are the things we have to do, man. This is for the embedment of the body, the brotherhood, the elect. You got to endure all things for the elect's sake. So yeah, like me, I wake up at 4 a.m. every day. I drop off my kids, go to work, and, you know, I cook. I work in fine dining for the hotel business. So I'm talking about 300, 400, 500, almost 1,000. Sometimes, you know, the numbers could be crazy. I do that. Sometimes I got to do overtime. I got to come back home. Got to take care of my kids so my wife don't get back to a certain time. So it's hard trying to balance certain things. But like the brother Murph say, you going to do, hey, if you want to do something, you're going to do it. You got to make time for Yahweh Shem Yahweh, man. All right? You can't, oh, man, I'm tired. You know, No, hey, that's why the Lord said a living sacrifice. Because even me, after I do all these things, damn, oh, shit, I want to escape this world. Man, I want to go play my game. Damn, let me hit a drink. Let me, No, you know what you do? Go hit that spiritual drink. Go dive into the scriptures for the Lord. Go do your due diligence. Then afterwards, all right, you can do that. Go play the damn game. Go do what you want. Go get some pussy, whatever. Just make sure you're doing what you got to do for the Lord first, man. But that's a balance. It's a balance, man. And that's a balance each and every brother has to find on his own. Okay? Hey, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I ain't going to force the spirit. So with that, hey, I pray that this was edifying, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh, man. All right? Hey, like I said, we got to do this thing willingly, right? Not by constraint. 1 Peter 5:2. Feed the flock of Yahweh which is among you. How do you feed them? Well, first you got to be built up to a certain level. First of all, you got to be continuing in the things that thou hast learned. All right? Like we just read in that 1 Timothy 4. All right? Give yourself into reading, exhortation. All right? Give yourself wholly into these things. All right? That's the only way you're going to be able to feed the flock if you have all those things. All right, feed the flock of Yahweh which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly. So this has to be a job you want to do, something you want to do, not by constraint. Oh, shit. Let me meet my quota for this week. Let me do these 3 videos. No. Pump out these videos, man. According to the measure that the Spirit gave you, you know, you don't want to burn yourself out, man. Wherever the Spirit puts on you for that week, do it. Don't deny it. Just do it. Even if it's a title that you may not get to until 3 weeks later. That has happened to us before. Just put it down, man. Because trust and believe it's going to come back around. All right? So with that, hey, I pray this was edifying. All praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Karkadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, a great millstone. Salutations to the elect, whoever you may be. Bob the ball.